If you're looking for the cheapest, and I mean cheapest coins out there to build your God Squad, head over to AOEAH.com. They are fast and reliable, and make sure you use code WOLF to get 3% off. Link is in the description. Now, once a month, I'm going to drop one of these videos to keep you guys updated. Maybe things have changed, maybe they haven't. But in today's video, we're going to talk about the coaching adjustments that you should be using as of September 17th. 2021. Now make sure you check out my channel, subscribe, because like I said, I'm going to update this, and if they change things with patches and stuff like that, some of these things may not work no more. Some of them may still work. Could be the same video just going over it. However, today's going to be different from the first one that I did, so make sure you guys drop a like, become a member. The full 335 wide meta is out that everybody's using. With my own adjustments, I'm doing work with the no money spent, just using the defensive setups that's in the member section. The tray wide flex is there, the single back wing stack with one play touchdowns, a run scheme. Okay, what else we got in there? We have the 335 Sam, which I still use to this day. Just haven't used it in MUT yet because I'm trying to adapt myself to the gameplay from regs to MUT. It's night and day, right? Regs is full speed. MUT's a little slower. It's a lot slower, but so we have to adapt. All right. Let's talk about today's video. Coaching adjustments, man. Do you know when to use them? Are you using them properly? Well, I'm going to tell you guys and show you guys the techniques and tips and stuff behind all of this. So, auto flip defensive play call. If you're new to Madden, you keep that on. If you're seasoned in Madden, we typically only turn this on for cover 3. I don't turn it on for nothing else but cover 3. So let's say I run cover 4 show 2 from a 335 wide. Okay, I can leave this off because I want to make sure that my vert hook is always the same on one side. If I come out of the huddle and I have it on, and then I put the linebacker to vert hook, it could be the linebacker that's in the flat, because in 335 wide, one of them goes to the flat, one of them blitzes. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I leave it off. But if I'm gonna run against cover 3, I'll turn it on and then just let the defense align to itself to try to slow down and prevent one play touchdowns that are going over the middle of the field. Okay, because there is a glitchy one play touchdown from bunch with verticals, and you have to be careful. You may even have to deep half one of your corners or quarter one of them, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. So off, on, up to you. If you're newer, leave it on. Auto alignment. If you're running man defense, you want to put this on man. If you want to disguise your defense, you put this on base. So if you're running man and you have this set to base, you're going to screw yourself because your defense is going to come into a default look. So if you go into your play call and you look at the little dots, you see right here on the top right where it shows cover 1 hole, and you see where all the X's are, where they line up. Well, if you put this on base, that's how they're going to line up no matter what defense you pick. So if you pick up man, if you pick a man defense and you have this at the base, they're going to set that way even though they're supposed to be right in front of the wide receivers. However, if you run man and you man align, these guys will align according to their man coverage assignment. So that's very important to understand and know. So here on auto alignment, unless I'm running man, I'll put on man. However, I usually keep it on default. Ball in air defense, okay? If you want the picks, the AI will attempt. Sometimes they still swat. I mean, it's just the nature of the game. But if you put this on play ball, the AI will play the ball in 2-man catch situations. It works decent, I guess, but I usually click on for all my picks. It's rare that they give me a pick from the AI anyway. So, and then you can do Swat Ball, which is going to be better. So if you're playing regs, this is almost similar to having acrobats on your corners, because these guys will attempt, instead of going for the pick, they will jump far to swat the ball. So late game situations, or if you're just trying to prevent him from catching the ball, like in one-man, one-on-ones or 2-on-1s or whatever, you want to make sure that's on Swat Ball, and they won't get. I usually use it like at the end of the second quarter, like if they're trying to go down the field, or into the game. I won't go for the picks, because if you put this on play ball and it's close to the end of the game, your defenders will try to pick the ball at the wrong time, and it'll be a touchdown for your opponent. Okay, you'll get the animation penalties or whatever, and the Swat Ball, they'll just go up there and swat it. They'll volleyball spike that joint. So right there, I start off on play ball just to try to get the pick. And like I said, situational depending on how it works out. Okay, so cornerback matchups, if you're running by speed, I usually run by speed when I play man defense. So my cornerbacks match up to the speed, and everybody's properly matched up according to their speed. However, if you don't have the corners, you're playing a Tyreek Hill or someone with abilities that are really fast, you're going to get cooked regardless. You're going to have to manually back up off of those wide receivers. So be careful with this one. In the red zone, this is an important one, okay? By height, because people like to highball. If you see some of my gameplays, I do that. I will highball to like tight ends, wide receivers into the end zone, because I see the mismatch from the personnel. So by height is another good one that you can use in the red zone. So don't be afraid to use that. Speed for man, height for red zone. And then option defense. If you're facing a Lamar and they're running read options and stuff like that, put this on conservative and just leave it there. Okay. It'll always focus on the QB. Whether they hand the ball off or not, they're going to get yards or they're not. But if they hand the ball off and you're not on conservative, they're always going to follow the running back, and the quarterback's just going to go get 30, 40 yards every single time. So just put this on conservative. The linebackers will focus their attention on the quarterback, and he won't be able to go nowhere. This is perfect to run from the 3-3-5 wide, the Sam Blitz, okay? Sam will blitz 3 or Sam Blitz 3, something like that. So conservative is good. Strip ball. I wouldn't even touch this, to be honest with you guys, okay? Don't even touch this. It's just going to hurt you. Tackling, some people like to put this on conservative. I would not put it on aggressive because, look, higher chance of broken tackles and fake outs, meaning they're going to score touchdowns on you. And with the state of the game, you don't want to take the chance. If anything, if you're going to use anything, put it on conservative. And then on flats, this is where it really gets interesting, okay? Because there's a little bit of change that I use here. So flats, okay? So if you're trying to guard corner routes, if you're trying to just scare corner routes, you could drop your curl flats to 20, 25, okay? If you're trying to scare corner routes or crossing routes, both of them, corner or crossing. However, these curl flats, because look what they're called, curl flats, they play up top and outside, inside and around the numbers. So you see the numbers on the field, that's where they'll sit, which means corner routes, I'm sorry, my bad, I said twice. Corner routes and crossing routes will still get behind them, okay? So you use this if you want to set up a Mabel and to scare your opponent from trying to run, right, corners or crossers. Now, if you want to stop the corners or crossers, you come back to your regular flats and you put these to 20 to 25. Because these guys, right, if they're set up properly, your cloud flats, these guys will play outside the numbers for the corner route. Does that make sense? Now, depending on where your cornerbacks are set in alignment, they will go to the numbers. However, if you're trying to run a cloud flat from the line of scrimmage, they're going to go to where the curl flats play. So that's one interesting thing you guys need to figure out about your defense. Go to your defense, and if you're the type to set cloud flats on the line from linebackers from like 3-3-5 wide, watch how the curl flats and the hard flats play, or the cloud flats play against crossers. It's very hard to stop. So this is where flipping your defense becomes key, because if you're on the strong side, but your linebacker is running the cloud flat on the right side, he's not going to play the crosser the way you think. So you may have to flip the defense and have your cornerback or your safety or whoever's in that position who starts at the top of the field on the strong side of the field go to the corner, because he will play the corner route or the crossing route. You guys get what I'm saying? Is that making sense, man? You may have to watch this video a couple times to get the idea. So to start off the game, I'll run cover 4 show 2, and I'll put this on 5. I'll play a cloud and a hard flat. It's going to be like in between. And then if it's 3rd down and 10, I'll change this to 10. If it's 3rd and 15, I'll change this to 15. And if I think that he's really going to try to hit me with the crosser, then we go to 20 to 25. Now, the only problem with this is when you do this, you're giving up the underneath route. So be careful with these setups and mess around. They're all situational, okay? The more yards he needs, the further this number goes up. Every single time. I always come back to this almost every single play. You should too. It should be second nature. Now, hooks. If they're throwing slants, drags, you want to set these to like 5 or even 0. Maybe 5. I would say 5, okay? This is going to put a slowdown to slants and hooks over the middle quick. However, setting this and then shading down will ensure that the slant gets over the top. So if you put these to, if you put the hook curls to 5 and then put your flats to 15, then a slant can't beat you even over the top, because your hooks and your yellows will stop the inside throw, and then your flats at 15 will stop the deeper slant going past the hooks. Try it out. You'll see what I mean. Just go ahead and practice it up. And that is the updated version on the defensive side. Since I'm not controlling offense, I'll just tell you guys that the only one that I use on offense is I will move the ball carrier to conservative to prevent fumbles. I can't even remember the last time I fumbled the ball. Now, you can't juke spin moves and stuff like that, but I don't care. I'm trying to win the games, man. I'm not trying to look pretty or look cool. You know what I mean? Besides, I'm a passer anyway. If you're a runner, you probably want to set it to aggressive only in the red zone when you need a touchdown. You put your coaching adjustment to aggressive and you just take off into the end zone. Make sure you guys drop a like on today's video. Like I said, we'll do these once a month just to see where we stand in Madden. If things change with patches, I will let you guys know. Love you guys, man.